second makeup exam will not be offered, so I hope you studied this time, Briar. You may begin now.
Right.
Sorry to cut you off, but I'm encumbered with various concerns of the existential variety.
How many digits in pi?
What a lamentable... I remember the days when Laplace's garden lived up to its estimable purpose. Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park, even the lights above our heads have winked out like stars taken down from the sky. Oh, so it is! How the plan provides. I suppose you had something to do with that, hmm? Yes. I ascertain a great atmosphere of accomplishment about your person. Perhaps the plan has united us in this narrow continuum of space and time in order to solve for another irksome conundrum. And purloin from you such a perfect opportunity to serve the plan? I wouldn't dare cogitate on it. Besides, I don't know the first thing about such repairs. Why, I'd be more apt to electrocute myself than anything else. Through the plan, yes. Yes, I dare say you're right. This must be the true intention behind our meeting. Stand back now and observe the proficiency of a true disciple of the plan. What a I remember. Now look at it. Oh, I suppose perhaps the plan has united. I knew you had a knowledgeable look about you. That would be wonderful. Thank you, dear. There's a panel just here. I will supervise from a respectable distance, but know that I am with you in theory, like the architect's own guiding hand. You've returned, and yet the lights have not been restored. Curious. And purloin from you such a perfect... Besides, I don't know the through the... Stand back. You lose something down there?
Well, hello. Likewise. You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. you might put down your proverbial hand once you hear the specifics. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. Moderate your volume, please. No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us? Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. Nothing nefarious, if that's the needle in your conscience. We only mean to study the drug and consider all of its many applications. I know that must read as terribly vague to you, but I'm not at liberty to provide more detail than that. Well, I'm not asking you to do something an honest person would. Think of this as a business transaction, if that eases your mind. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it Perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Thankfully, you've already accessed the facility, so we needn't bother the Oracle Laureate for a keycard. That would have been a fairly risky proposition, to say the least. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
Their second stage, as spiky worm-like creatures with outsized pincer-like mandibles feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire temporal tract. These worms are eventually
On a scale of one to 100, how pleased are you with the garden in its current state? Please, try to capture your exact satisfaction to the nearest 10th integer.
Oh, 100? Certainly. That's the right answer, isn't it? I can show my math if you need. I'd really love to stay.
Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
Hello, layperson.
co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to this parasite, hardly affected by it to any large extent. But human colonists were not so fortunate. The PvP worm disrupted the human internal biome to such a degree that the eventual correspondingly large immune response leads to violently explosive diarrhea. resulting in the
Hello. Welcome to Caff Integration Point. I'm Junior Caffeine Celebrant Runge, and I'll be happy to assist you today.
human casualty rates were close to 100%.
Oh, she's a real top-of-class type. Smart, but also patient. I struggle sometimes with my advanced courses, but Persephone's been tutoring me after work hours.
Appointments such as their antibiotics, a topical cream that offers no benefit to the dying patient, except possibly
Everyone is entitled to their own hypotheses. Anyway, I'd hate to waste any more of your free study period with my idle thoughts. Anything else I can help with?
nutritional value and low growing costs. Inpatient anti-choice administration officials
Apologies. As a junior celebrant, I'm only permitted to distribute caffeine at this time. But my colleague, Persephone, Miss Doyle, will be able to assist with convictions when she's back on shift.
wasteful of the edible portion.
Oh, is this another census? Were my previous answers not sufficient? I could spend all day expositing on the benefits of the garden, but I think you'll experience much of it yourself. If you're permitted to stay, of course.
Reference to anisotropy
Certainly. Here you are. Please imbibe responsibly.
with an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these parasites.
Miss Doyle's still on her break, but I'm happy to assist you.
The solution:
Certainly. Here you are.
freezing. The simple and obvious, yet untried, act of freezing the salmon meat killed the embedded parasites. A quick test showed the same procedure worked on PvP eggs, although without quite 100% effectiveness. The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was judged too wasteful and expensive, since they increased the protein content of the berries without affecting their texture or flavor in any discernible way. The microscopic egg remains were simply too small to be seen or felt by the unaided eyes and tongues of their consumers. So Auntie's choice of preserving these Purple berries are now a common nutritional and flavoring agent throughout the culinary.
Unauthorized visitors are not authorized. Do I need to diagram that for you? firing. Nuisances outside my...
I hope you have good news for me. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised. Aw, wondering if you'll ever see me again? Precious. I'll remain in the garden a little while longer, but it would be best if we limited contact with one another. No offense. But who knows? The plan mystifies even the greatest minds. Perhaps our paths will intersect again someday.
Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of ursopods in the area.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100. 1 being entirely pain-free, and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is hardly an objective measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Your observation is correct, which is a diagnostic in its own right. Now, if you were to indicate, using a scale of 0.4 to 12.7, how close you are to going into shock.
Sadly, that scale is entirely beyond my current comprehension, thus leading me to believe I'm already in shock, and the question itself was the actual test.
Excellent. Our diagnostic is complete, and you should feel free to resume bemoaning your agony.
I have many solutions, but none for your problems, by the look of it.
hello. Farewell. Thank you for this efficiently compact conversation.
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear. Tell me then, why should they not have been installed here?
Not an issue of ammunition or targeting calculation capacity. Is it because of the low ambient temperature on Cloister?
Very astute. The ambient temperature is indeed below a critical threshold at all times, yet the Protectorate ignored our warnings repeatedly.
Instances like this, are they reason for the Great Schism?
Correct. At every turn we tried to guide them with logic and reason, but they could not see past their own hubris. Thank the Architect we are no longer exposed to such.
Please don't take me on a co-tangent.
Please don't distract me from my more pressing distractions.
The Auntie's Choice logo on it. Oh, Architect preserve us.
Damn Aunties and their propaganda. Take this, you piece of poorly designed refuse! Take this!
Well, that's one way to do it.
I suppose I could spare 0.004% of my daily cycle to say hello.
Do I hear hammering from the other stations?
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
This seems rather extreme. Are you sure you can't simply unbolt it?
As I already stated, the weather has iced over the bolts. They require the application of concussive force before they can be manipulated.
My port terminal does not deserve such abuse.
If it weren't for your lead fingers, I would not need to repair the input to begin with.
Seems the Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the archive.
UNIAC has likely been sorting out their logistic problems. Took a moon-sized computer to do it. Imbeciles.
Captain, I fear I have a confession to make. I have found being present on Cloister underwhelming.
Really? What part about the situation is underwhelming? The corporate invaders killing our scientists en masse? The Protectorate subjects raising our research? I sincerely hope you're not about to tell me it's the weather.
What? No,
Another object
lost my thread
just
of thought.
gone. Nothing should work that way. No matter how often the data is verified or mentioned, it is difficult to believe.
I concur. I would give an internal organ or two to understand it, and what it means. Excuse me, I don't think you have the author's...
It's fine, but don't get too close. You won't survive direct contact with the rift.
All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted.
But in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Come on, damn it. It's reverted to its previous state. They opened it. Hurry, assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Again, it has reverted. Timing seems similar to the last state change. Is that indicative of the problem? Open again, quickly. Record all the relevant data and take down your observations. Reverted again! Infuriating! It's open again. Quickly, record all the relevant data and take down your observations. Again, it has reverted. Timing seems similar to the last state change. But is that indicative of the property? Properties of the rift or of the device?
Violence.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
There's little you could tell me I couldn't also tell you.
I can't go back out there. I feel like I'm going to succumb to panic.
All of you reinforcements from Laplace's garden are acting like scared little sprats. A life of luxury has weakened your resolve.
Sir, if you make me go out there, I fear I may tear my own eyeballs out. There's something not right. It's as if everything has become inexplicably wrong. Your eyeballs, huh? One of the other...
Your shift on the front line is about to start. Bid farewell to the fire.
Well, I would happily...
That may well be true, but it seems to me I do recall you still owe me a favor, and I am formally invoking said favor. Now.
Boy, damn it all. Okay, just a few more minutes. At least until I feel my toes again.
Antis can't even direct their deployment of food drops properly. I suppose I better clean this mess up.
I heard they analyzed these in a lab months ago. They're almost pure sugar and artificial flavors with virtually no nutritional value.
I read that report, actually. I have a level 1 in chemistry, and I have no idea what most of the artificial compounds in it are. The lab techs refuse to even attempt to consume it.
Seriously? That definitely feels like a flaw in their methodology that someone should, rectify. Do you want to try it?
Yes.
Suddenly I'm kicked from Laplace's garden and sent into war. War! The longer I am out here, the more I realize that I don't feel quite right. Itching for something. Badly. 3 years is not
Captain, I fear I have a confession. And how did you sleep?
Decidedly horrible. Is any colder, I'd be dead. No preferred loudspeaker playing the pre-schism.
I've been hearing them in my dreams.
Halt! You must answer for your loss of...
Internal records classify you a figure of ill repute, and...
Allow me, child. I have a familiarity with Order procedures. Such an unproductive misuse of time. I request we dispense with this matter in the interests of the equation and all who serve it.
But yes, quite right. The equation must take precedence. All charges shall hereby be purged from you and your companion's permanent record to avoid further distraction.
Glad my decades wasted outwitting petty bureaucrats weren't utterly in vain. But let's not overplay that option.
Stomach these filthy creatures. Go away, go away. Oh, there's someone else.
Take our property, you lose our respect. Not a complex equation. Just stay focused. Keep your head down. Breathe. Recite pi to 1,000 digits to calm yourself. What do you think those Protectorate subjects are doing? No reason to reason with you.
Are you there? If you happen to be headed into Protectorate territory, can you keep your lamps open for my scouts? Are you there? If you happen to be headed into Protectorate territory, can you keep your lamps open for my scouts? That squad should have reported back hours ago. Are you there? If you happen to be headed into Protectorate territory, can you keep your lamps open for my scouts? That squad should have reported back hours ago. That's one way to become the center of attention.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Investigating hostile intentions. Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Huh.